Next, we'd like to invite the founder of the World Through Children's Eyes Art, Nermine Mohammadova.
Hello, my name is Nərminə. Thank you very much for inviting me. Sorry for delayed start of my speech. We've been trying to connect the presentation, the outcome of the project I've been working for the last 2 years, so I could showcase children's artwork. I'm afraid due to some technical problems, we couldn't try the slide. So I think I will try straight away. Like we heard many interesting speeches here about national identity, about language, and about national identity. And with approaching also the 2nd anniversary of the Khojaly genocide, and also considering that mother tongue is one of the criteria which define us based on our national identity. And I couldn't talk about those who perished during the Khojaly genocide, purely based on their national identity, because they were speaking Azerbaijani. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm deeply honored to stand before you as a founder of World Through Children's Eyes Art and Writing Competition, which I dedicated to the memory of the Khojaly genocide, of all the children who fell victims to the Khojaly genocide. And I was fortunate enough to have found support and cooperation from UK charities such as War Child and Beyond Conflict, as well as Arabella Dorman, an internationally renowned portrait painter and war artist who was nominated in the BBC 100 Women list, along with numerous well-known and award-winning British writers and British artists. Growing up in a country plagued by war, I witnessed firsthand the devastating effect that war had on people. But it was the memory of the Khojaly genocide, a tragic event that took place in Azerbaijan on the night from 25th to 26th February 1992, that has shaken my world most. The horror of that night, which claimed the lives of so many, has stayed with me for all these years. The Khojaly genocide was organized by the political and state leadership of the Republic of Armenia, and was carried out by the Armenian armed forces, Armenian terrorist groups in Karabakh, and the former USSR regime deployed in Karabakh. As a result of crime against not only the people of Azerbaijan, but a crime against humanity, 613 civilian Azerbaijanis, including 63 children, 106 women, and 70 elders were brutally murdered on grounds of national identity. They were cut off from any route to escape and brutally slaughtered. The number of victims is much higher than the official figures, as only a portion of the bodies were retrieved by the Azerbaijani side back in the 90s. However, recent news reports that following the liberation of the Azerbaijani occupied territories, mass graves have been discovered in Khojaly containing additional bodies that had lain there for all these years, revealing the true extent of that horrific night. As a result of the procedural actions carried out until now, it has been concluded that the human remains were buried at least 25 years ago, and that one of the discovered bodies belonged to a 4 or 5 year child. This underscores the reality that numerous Azerbaijani civilians captured as prisoners during the First Karabakh War were not returned in prisoners' exchange programs, but instead endured years of captivity and torture. I hope the discovery of this mass grave will draw the attention of international organizations. We had here a speech of the member of Amnesty International, and I really hope that will draw attention of Amnesty International as well, prompting them to give proper consideration to the suffering of the Khojaly victims who have long awaited justice. In 2022, on the 30th anniversary of the Khojaly massacre, I had the privilege of interviewing Afsana, one of the victims of that very tragedy. She lost 46 extended family members on that night, and most importantly, she became a total orphan, losing her dad and mom. She lives with that pain every single day. Her story deeply touched me and ignited a desire within me to share her story and create a platform where children could step into the shoes of those who have suffered from wars, a platform that would foster empathy and understanding. That's when the idea struck me to organize an annual children's art and writing competition in the United Kingdom, shedding light on the plight of these children. To enable you to step into Afsana's shoes, I would like to share a brief passage from one of the participants in my competition, a 13-year-old girl. She wrote a story from the perspective of a girl who fell victim to the Khojaly genocide. Her entry was highly commended by our judges and is titled A Withering Harabulbul. Harabulbul is the indigenous flower of the Karabakh region. Here is her story. I pushed my head even deeper into my mother to block out the morbid side, trying to think about the happy times we'd had, all the ice cream eating in the park, all the giggling hiding from our dad, who was now somewhere in the pile beneath the mountain where the soldiers had scattered the seed of death, thinking about cycling through spring flowers in the town square of my mother town of Khojaly, of all the happy times as my body went limp, until the last moment, the happy times. Delicate, blushed in the petals trembled in the wind, the plum-colored corn facing the sky, delicate green stalks swaying mournfully, a withering harabulbul, a slate-colored tombstone, no name, no age, no date of death, none of my memories attached to it, no reminder of the lives that was barbarically stripped from me, and many others, just a flower, marking where I lie, swaying in the wind. The competition became a beacon of hope, inviting young, creative minds to share their perspectives from war, to process their emotions, and to discover the transformative power of self-expression. This journey has been nothing but remarkable, and I'm humbled by the overwhelming support it has received from schools, parents, and most importantly from children who participated. In just a short span of time, this competition has blossomed with around 40 schools from across the UK enthusiastically participating. The response has been heartwarming, with over 500 entries submitted from schools and individual children. What truly touches my heart is the active involvement of well-known British children's writers who have graciously supported this cause by participating as judges or gifting their signed books to highly commended winners and advertising the competition to their young readers. In the first year of the competition back in 2022, this competition not only sparked creativity but also compassion. I raised approximately 2,000 British pounds for World Child, a UK registered charity dedicated to supporting children affected by military conflicts and wars worldwide. Building on this momentum, in 2023, I directed my efforts towards raising funds for another UK charity, Beyond Conflict, which provides mental health support, extending my reach and impact even further. This year marks another milestone, as I joined forces with Beyond Conflict, Ukrainian diaspora in the UK, and the esteemed British artist Arabella Dolman. Together we are organizing an exhibition, Child of War, in May 2024, dedicated to the memory of all children who have fallen victim to war. Selected entries from my competition will also be showcased, serving as poignant reminders of the human cost of conflict. But my vision extends beyond mere recognition. It's a call to action. With the forthcoming publication of book, which would be a collection of artwork and children's stories, I aim to not only raise awareness but also crucial funds. The proceeds will be divided between Beyond Conflict, a UK charity, and Red Heart, a charity based in Azerbaijan, amplifying the impact of these philanthropic endeavors. I urge each and every of you to support this cause, to lend your voices to those silenced by the ravages of war. Follow our social media channels for updates and opportunities to contribute. Together, let us empower more children to speak out and pave the way for a future free from the devastating effects of conflict. And I would like to conclude my speech with the words of children who participated in the competition. The first message is from a boy called Senu. He won third place among school entries in the 1270s age group in the 2023 edition. He wrote to me, "Dear Nərminə, Thank you so much for this opportunity to let children express themselves through their stories, to give us a voice. We often feel voiceless. Even if we speak, many children feel like adults don't listen. This truly means so much to me. And another one is from a 13-year-old boy, Leonardo, who won a highly commended artwork in our individual 12-17 age group artwork. He wrote to me, dear Word Through Children's Eyes team, taking part in your contest was an amazing experience, and I'm genuinely thrilled about the highly commended award. The whole purpose behind this competition, especially remembering the Khojaly massacre and highlighting the struggles of children in conflict zones worldwide, really resonated with me. It's a cause I deeply care, and I'm proud to have played a role in raising awareness. Please join me in applauding all those children who found a courage to step into the shoes of other children who fell victims to war. As members of the British Azerbaijani community, it's our duty to keep the memory of Khojaly children alive, to give them voices. I would like to thank all people who have supported this endeavor, and I hope more people will continue to champion the cause of peace through the eyes of most precious treasures we have, our children. And as Nelson Mandela said, the history will judge us by the difference we do in everyday life of children. Thank you very much.